Hello my friends, and welcome back to Hexagon City 2, and welcome back to Cities Skylines 2, of course. When we left off, we had a pretty good start to our little Hexagon City, I think. So where is this? Let's see, where's that water tool? Because that'll tell me, okay, there's a lake source right there, which might actually end up... You know what, let's buy these tiles, because let's see how much of this we can do something with. We'll buy that one as well. Why not? Might seem a little bit silly, but I want to see... Hopefully this doesn't go right down the middle of the... How many units were these? Were they 25? Yeah, that looks like 25. I should write that down somewhere someday, but I won't. So, yeah, we can't do that, can we? If I do that, and then I do... Let's not do that. I was going to try and do something silly here to get a proper 120-degree angle. So I would be in water. But if we go up one level, I think that's going to be right on the water source, which is not what we want, but I think we can move it. Maybe we can't move it, but yeah, that's going to end up right in... Now what we could do is delete it and place a new one. So that is elevation 47.6, radius 40. I don't know what that means, but great. It's a brown one, right? Now I'm just trying to think about how I want to do this in a way that isn't going to be absolutely terrible. We also need to bring this back down to ground level. In fact, you know what? All of this is nonsense. We should be terraforming this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this lake. We're going to dry that up. And then we'll put in a new lake. It'll be the greatest lake of all time. But for now, say goodbye to this natural forming lake. We're going to terraform a lot of this land to conform to what we're doing here, I think. Although at some point, we probably want to step down to this level. And then I want to see if we can integrate this into a hexagon. I don't think we're going to be able to. The odds of us getting a hexagon that perfectly lines up with that is going to be pretty slim. I think it's going to be virtually a zero. Virtually a 0% chance that we're going to be able to pull that one off. But you never know. So this is going to be one of those instances of, I'm going to take this and we're going to totally destroy this terrain. Massive disrespect. Don't worry. It'll be okay. A strange amount of sand not going away. Whoa, it just didn't let me put it there. And I went to click and it just didn't go. There we go. Okay, we're going to flatten out this side as well. A little bit more. Disrespect. No, that's because I want to be able to fit two in here. And in fact, what I'm going to do now... Actually, I'm going to leave it for a moment. I was going to put that flush up against there, but we'll do that in a moment. We'll fix this side up too, don't worry. We might even put two lakes here. I haven't decided yet how I want to handle this lake situation, because I'm sad that we got rid of a lake, but I do want to put one back. I think that's good. Now that length is not right. That looks better. And then I think this is where we push the terrain back. Maybe we'll do that after we've expanded a little bit further down. Now that we have these, we can do this. Off that guideline. I'll just snap to 25 on my own, thank you. Nope, we don't have enough room here. So this might be the last hexagon that we make before we flatten out the terrain here. And we might have to lose Stonehenge, or maybe we just stop expanding further down that way. There's lots of other places for us to go if we want to leave that little historical landmark in place. We can get rid of these guide roads. Yeah, there's no way. This next street is going to cut straight through there. Now we could build some hexagons around it and then leave a big empty gap in the middle where that hexagon would have been. Or rather, I guess two of them. For now, let's just do this. Yeah, it's a hard cut, but that's okay, I think. Whoa, let the ocean catch up. A little bit of flooding as the water rushes into that new gap that we created. It'll be fun once we can terraform a lot of the terrain to conform to these shapes, while still kind of maintaining this little bay and this little bay down here and some of this. But to terraform this whole little water inlet to conform to the hexagons, I think is going to look really cool. Should look super futuristic, but we'll see. I think what I want to do is to be able to get one here and then one over here as well, so I might even take this tile and buy it and expand a little bit past what the original shape was. But we should also spend some time on actually growing the city, shouldn't we? There's a little bit of a demand for some residential, or some commercial structures, rather. Where does our industry goes up there? So maybe commercial. And then we'll let industry have this coast area for now. It's going to lose it. Sure, we'll give them that whole hexagon. And while we're at it, we may as well key up this side of the road so we're not building on it. Whoa, calm down. Yeah, the ocean does not like what I've done here. The ocean can deal with it. It's a little high. I think it'll be a lot nicer once we're down at this level. So I think we move Stonehenge. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we take this and we put it here. And then, do I have to take each of these little rocks, these little standing... I can't even take these. You know what? They're not part of the map. That's okay. We'll just get rid of them. I can always build more stones anyway. Since I can't move them, I'm just going to destroy them. Don't worry. Stonehenge lives. It's not quite a hexagon either, is it? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... I mean, it's got 8 sides at most. 4 sides at least. I don't know. We'll figure it out, won't we? Alright, let's get this flattened out here. Push that right up against there. And I think we're going to take this and we're going to do quite a bit of this. Say goodbye to old Stonehenge. New flatland here. It's still quite a ways above the waterline, I think. But definitely a lot lower than the other part. I don't know what that was, but demolish that too. A lot of this is going to get reshaped into hexagons, so don't worry about it too much. Don't get too attached. But here's our step down. Now, how are we going to facilitate this? Oh, geez, we got to move Stonehenge. You know what? I'm just going to use anarchy because this is just a guideline anyway. I was going to say Stonehenge is in the way. It won't let me do this. Oh my gosh, we are a tiny town. Look at us. Oh, we already need to do a little bit more terrain shaping here. It's not happy about the Stonehenge being in the way, is it? Alright, new home. There's a little bit of a misshaping there. It's going to be a bit of a problem. I do think that I want to expand down here too, though. Just because I think having 2 hexagons over here to establish the little bit of a terrain dip might make more sense. But who knows, I'm really winging it. That says it's 16, or 26 rather, but that might just be because of the weird sloping. I don't know, we might have some misshapen hexagons over here. I'm seeing a lot of 119 angles as well, which is never a great sign. There's a lot of what can you do about it in Cities Skylines, and as long as we leave room for us to make adjustments, I think we'll be fine. Alright, so that's clean now. We're not going to leave triangles. Triangles are not hexagons. Anybody who thinks that you can just split up a hexagon into triangles and still call it a Hexagon City is wrong. Terribly wrong. And cheating as well. And completely doesn't understand the whole concept of having a proper Hexagon City. So stop suggesting turn these into triangles, because it's not the way a Hexagon City works. And we won't do that. We're going to run out of room here. I actually don't know if I can even own this terrain. Might need to buy that just in order to fix this one hexagon here. Yeah, I think I need to. That's okay. We've got the tokens for it, or whatever they're called. The land claim papers. The ability to buy land. Don't know what that is. Is that a contour thing? Nope. Disappeared. I might even change those. I know that having the dirt there is probably more. Actually, I don't think I want to change those. Oh, this one shouldn't even be here. You shouldn't even exist. So that's an easy fix. Well, you know what? This is probably going to fix itself once I fix these roads. Get rid of this extra land. We could leave those islands out there for fun, but they're gone. Oh, what's happened here? Is that a little bridge? Might need to fix this real quick. Leave that like that for now. Back here I haven't decided if I want to go at one more or not. Same on this side. I think here we can do this. Oh, careful now. Be careful. Oh, can't do that. Be careful. Alright, that's looking good. We just need to fix up the roads now. See, this is... Okay, that's a slope. That's why that's like that. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. A little bit of flooding as the ocean decides how it wants to handle these changes. But so far, I think that's looking so good. And yeah, we do have room to work in the interiors. I just don't want to do interior hexagons, that's all. But we will still probably do interior something. Where do we have room to expand our residential? I think we stay up here for now. I think that's good for us. And then I think we want to buy some of this too. We'll have to figure out what to do about this highway at some point, and how we're going to integrate highways into our city. Could do like second level highways that just follow the coast. I don't know if I want to cut over too many of these hexagons. That's a part that I haven't fully thought out yet. And then also this dump that doesn't quite fit right needs to be dealt with at some point too in the future. It's not even on level terrain. Oh, and I've also not looked at where do we have resources here. We've got fertile land over here. Oh, we've got tons of this whole little peninsula here. Oh, the whole thing. I guess that makes sense. It is surrounded by water. And then for wood, it's basically everywhere. And then rock over here, okay. And then oil we don't know about yet. So what we could do then is we could just bring some hexagons down here. This is where some major terraforming is going to have to happen if we're going to do that. But we'll get there when we get there, right? Let's give ourselves a little bit more commercial space here. Oh, what's happened here? We've lost a house. It collapsed due to lack of maintenance. That's a sad state of affairs. Look how many people are already walking in our city, even though there's only about 4,000 people here. A decent amount of foot traffic. Vehicle traffic is quiet, which I think you'd expect. I think I also need to do something. First of all, why is there water here? That'll probably go away on its own. But I think these need to be solidified like that. There we go. And I'll bet that terrain there will go away on its own too. Okay, let's think about how we're going to do this then. I'm thinking at least one there, at least one here. So we're going to need to make this a little bit bigger. And then we'll probably bring it to an end here somewhere. But this will be mostly hexagons. We'll have one here as well, I think. It's going to be 1 to 2 wide, maybe 3 at the most. It's not going to be enough land, is it? Alright, we'll get our little guide road set up, and then we'll put down the proper road, and probably do the same thing going this way. And then honestly, probably do the same thing going this way. Trying to think about the best way to do some of this. Again, the lack of precision tools makes a lot of this pretty complicated, but I do my best with the tools that we have, and it usually works out. Now we're starting to get a little bit off though. Things are the wrong size, things are the wrong shape, and that gets me ever so slightly worried. And then this is also, there's something wrong up here. I don't know what happened here. The nice part about coming down here is this terminates, so we'll be at an end point. And if our hexagons are starting to get a little bit wonky, it's okay because they end down here. We'll do our best. We'll do our best to make these work. 116. What's happened there? How did this get so off? Is this not even long enough? Something just didn't feel right about that road. What happened here? Why is this corner so janky? Why is that? Is that not the right street? No, it definitely is. Okay, that looks like it fixed it. Not quite, actually. That corner looks bad. Has that fixed it? No. What if we do a little bit of correction like this? No? I remember this being the hardest part of building the original Hexagon City. These measurements just starting to come unglued on their own. You do your best to keep it perfect. It's impossible. You do what you can. I think we do 1, 2, and then 1, and then we end it, and we don't expand out this way anymore. We'll do 1 more over here. Actually, do we do 1? No, we do 1 more over here as well. This feels right to me. This feels like it's going to look good. And then 1 more here, and then just the last one right here. But we need a little bit more land. And then 1 more right here. I think that's the end. No, we don't have enough terrain. Hang on. Here we go. You know what? Let's just draw this right down too. Okay, I think that feels good to me. I think we just terminate there. Should probably not be working with such a big brush. Let me make this brush a little bit smaller, a little bit more manageable. I'm okay with having the underwater area be a little bit lumpy. Okay with those trees being underwater. Trees. Whoa, that was cool. Oh, sick. Yeah, just pour right over there, that's fine. That's weird. That's gonna probably fix itself, though. This is gonna make some weird jello waves, I think. It happens. We deal. Every once in a while we get these strange little gaps. We just fill them in. Alright, I think our hexagons are looking pretty cool. Although slightly flooded. That is a problem that I think will go away on its own. Those should evaporate, or putting in buildings should push the water away. One of the two. Possibly a farm will help. Because I do think that this is all fertile land out here, isn't it? So immediately I think we want farms down here. I think these are all going to become farms. And I don't think that these circles can fill the whole thing unless we put the farm in the middle. But that's fun. So each of these are going to have some sort of little intersection, some sort of little dirt road that just comes up and meets. It doesn't even need to be, it doesn't have to be perfectly oriented. I think we do something like that there. Something like that here. And then on this one, maybe what we do is we use the same intersection just to get two. There are going to be a lot of farms up here. This is going to be mostly farmland, I think, going out to the coast. This is farming territory. Is it everything down the ramp, or is it even including up here? I think it's including it even up here. Again, those roads are pretty haphazard. We just want that to look like some little dirt roads out to build a farm. And we haven't unlocked textile farming yet, so we're going to have to save room for that too. So we'll put one vegetable there. Let's say that one's grain, this one's vegetable, this one's textile. That one's grain, this one's vegetable, that one's nothing. These two are probably going to be chicken or livestock. So we have, what, 3? So we need 3 of these, 2 of these maybe. This isn't really built on demand or anything, this is just feeling. Maybe 2 is fine. 2 grain, and then we put in a livestock farm there, and probably one down here as well. I haven't put in the dirt road yet, but let's just do it from here. Alright, now we cut to time-lapse while I fill these in. This would be easier if there wasn't strange dirt roads in the middle, but we'll just work around it. Alright, so we're going to leave those for textile farms, and I think we're done down here. This is probably going to be all industrial. Actually, how does ground pollution affect farms? Does it? Does it affect farms? That's a great question. I don't know. For now, though, let's just make sure that there's more jobs down here at least, I think. And then ever so slight demand for some low-rent housing. We'll just stick one right there. That should make people happy. And then, of course, more commercial needed. More places to shop. And then it looks like we're going to have to start expanding out this way. Possibly enhancing this with another tile wide. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, why not? Why not widen this one more before we have to hit a new coast? But that is looking pretty cool. Let me see how it looks from here. We've shaped the terrain, and it'll look cool once there's one tile gaps here where you can clearly see that the hexagon grid continues. So far, I'm pleased with how it's shaping up, and we're actually still generating enough power here. I might put in another... Oh, it's a shame that we didn't leave any room down here. I guess we could always cheat them onto the farms with the anarchy tool. I kind of like the idea of each of these farms having their own little wind turbine, even if it isn't producing a ton of power. I think that's just cool. Yeah, we'll anarchy these in. Just their farms and their wind farms. Beautiful. I think that actually looks really cool. Having it integrated even. Looks good to me. But what do I know? Alright, a little bit more demand for some low rent housing, but I don't want to put it anywhere that's going to be too expensive. Maybe right here near the clinic. We'll lose some of this commercial zoning. Just the one building was needed, it looks like. Oh, this is a police station. Right, this is where we have the police station and the firehouse side by side. That's cool. I remember now. So I'm thinking somewhere like in here. This is a lot of wasted space if we're not making use of it. But it's probably a good place for us to do something like this. I'd like to lose as few buildings as possible here. Do we do it at an intersection? I don't think we want to do that. I don't think we want to turn things into four-way intersections. I think we do it at flat locations. And then apparently there's still demand for more low-rent housing, so we'll just cram some in there too. Do I like how that looks? I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. What is going on here? All these people sleeping. Sleeping, standing up. Sleeping. Sleeping. They're sleeping. I guess their house got demolished and they're gonna live here. It's just not done being built yet. Then another thing that we could do is probably... Oh my gosh, I can actually squeeze that through there. No, I thought I could. Oh no, what happens if I get rid of that? Don't tell me I can't actually squeeze that in there. Okay, we'll lose the house, that's fine. Oh, that changed the zoning for a different building. You know what, I'm okay with us losing one building here. To put in a little catwalk. I think making these little areas walkable is pretty cool. This almost looks like a bit of a mall. Except all the buildings are separated. But because the alley doesn't have any markings, it just looks like that. I like this little crosswalk too, it's completely unnecessary. But those pedestrian paths are already getting some decent use. Look at all these cars already parking here too. I guess the people that live here. Still, it's funny to see. There's a lot of parking in this area, in fact. We might see a lot of people come here just to park. Doesn't feel safe going out at night with all this crime. Is that so? Is there really that much crime? 13 a month? Criminals in jail, 4. Should we get more police out? We're making money. That low rent demand. Well, whatever is high density demand. In this case, it is low rent, because we can't build the actual buildings yet. But we will be able to soon, I think. Maybe next upgrade? Boomtown? Nope. It's busy town, isn't it? No, it's big town. Takes a while. Takes a while before we can do anything with that demand. In the meantime, we just keep building these little tenement buildings. Little apartments. Yeah, what are we going to do here? Because I do feel like we should fill this in too. Oh my gosh, look at the traffic coming in off the highway. I guess we only have one entrance. We're not very well equipped to handle this, are we? Oh my gosh, the fuel plant? Hello? It's already happening. Look at this. Do we have... What does give way to oncoming vehicles even do? I don't know what this straight through does. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, we might need an extra left or right turning lane here. Just because I think that's the direction most people want to go. Oh, well, now we've created a conundrum here. Oh, and there's an accident, so that's always fun. You know what? This isn't too bad. It also might just be people moving in that we just need to wait for. because they are all turning right, so they're all probably trying to get down here. Also, I don't think this needs to be a traffic light. Not even a stop sign, if I'm being honest. And then at places like this, I feel like you shouldn't be crossing there. You know what? You shouldn't be crossing there either. Anywhere that there's an interrupt, I feel like pedestrians don't need to be utilizing that. That is for cars. And letting people cross there is just go cross at one of the triangles. Boomtown. Let's go. Minor achievement. How exciting. So if I do that, if I just get rid of the cross... Oh no, it doesn't just get rid of the intersection. Okay, that's too bad. Too bad we do have to actually go in there and do it ourselves. Okay. We'll use anarchy, I guess. Doesn't want me to get rid of those crosswalks for some reason. There we go, that's looking a little bit tidier. Yeah, I think that's looking good. I think Hexagon City is looking good. So this little influx of traffic, it is what it is. It's gonna sort itself out in no time, I'm sure. I mean, it probably doesn't help that this isn't a highway all the way up. I guess it could be. We would have to unlock highways, which we're gonna have to do eventually anyway. But I think turning this into the 4-lane highway for now, we're gonna lose that. Yeah, we're gonna lose this. What is it upset about? People can't walk in for some reason, I guess. Has that helped anything? Does that change anything? Not really. I'm almost wondering if we should just tell people, tell pedestrians that is, don't come here. Go somewhere else if you're gonna cross the street. And then because we've done that, what happens if we get rid of the traffic lights here? Do we create a dangerous situation? No, I think this isn't too bad, if I'm being honest, although now this can't keep up. This truck is in the way and it's interrupting the exclusive pedestrian phase, which is kind of funny. Is it stuck forever? Do we need to... Are you about to lose your truck privileges? No, okay, good. Hearing a lot of emergency vehicles trying to get through somewhere. This entrance is going to change anyway, at some point. Oh, we do have a pedestrian road that connects to it, that's funny. Okay, so next time we're going to expand out this way. We're going to do something with the highway, try to figure something out with the highway, bring in some new highway connections. We're going to expand this probably one more tile out, down to about here, just so it narrows off and becomes this. We might even, I mean, there's a chance that we expand this one more, because I think, well, it's hard to tell if there's anything down there, if there's any fertile land. It might be. It might be like a big area here, and if we bring up the land, we'll see it. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's hard to tell, but we'll figure that out as we go. Anyway, if you're enjoying this, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button to leave a like on this video. Let me know what you're thinking. Leave a comment even. Let me know what you're thinking. How do you think Hexagon City 2 is doing so far? I think it's doing fantastic. I think the hexagons are looking more hexagonal than ever before. And we're not making any triangles. We're not even cheating. Look at that. Alright, if you've really enjoyed this and you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell for notifications. Play a lot of Cities Skylines too, and occasionally other similar games. Mostly Cities Skylines too. Mostly challenges or unique city designs. Things like that. Alright, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you being here, and I hope that I'll see you again sometime soon. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye for now.